This is Team 3, with the topic of urban food. But first of all, let me introduce the current food insecurity issue in the UK. When during an economic downturn or currency inflation, people, especially those of lower income class, would experience difficulties such as food insecurity. Not to mention, during these days of pandemic, more and more people are undergoing the food insecurity issues. This is the percentage of households with children that are experiencing food insecurity. 1 in 4 households with children experienced food insecurity in the past several months. Under this circumstance, people came up with the proposition of food sovereignty, which means grow our own food at our own space. We can draw inspiration from examples in Detroit, Michigan. After the recession of industry and loss of labor force, Detroit had to search for a new way to live on, and that is the urban agriculture. Throughout many news reports and dissertation, we found out that structure of urban food growing in the UK and some problems that have plagued all the people these days. There are mainly 3 urban food growing patterns: alignments, community garden, and private house farming. Each of the patterns has its advantages and disadvantages. The alignments allow citizens to occupy a limited part of land within a certain area for certain years, but a huge demand for alignments has led to a total imbalance between the quantity of alignments and the need for them. According to the report, people who now apply for alignments in London have to wait for over 10 years. Then we move on to community garden. Gaining some of the experience from the Detroit mode, the community garden, usually owned by community and located at underused open area, has played an important role providing urban food as well as maintaining people's health and social well-being. The last pattern is based on private garden, which includes private backyard, back garden, green roof, and even balcony, but without the support from community and some gardeners. People who own a private housing a lack of time, knowledge, and some motivation. What they actually need is a platform for communicating and learning, enable them to hire for volunteers and gain the techniques for food growing. Nowadays, the largest food organization in London, Capital Growth, has over 2,000 gardeners throughout the city. They offer in-kind support to people who grow their own food in London, including providing access to discounted training, networking events, supporting with grow to sell, and discount on equipment. Joining the networks is free. They are supported by the government, the City Bridge Trust, and the London Food Link organization. Let's take the program in Hackney as an example. This is Springfield Park at Clapton. Springfield has a polytunnel which grows a variety of different salad crops in winter and then turn over to heat-loving crops such as tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, and basil, and move on to Allen's Garden at Bethel. There is a self-guided tour to allow you to find out more about what they are doing while allowing growers, trainees, or volunteer teams to carry on working, as well as the growing space. The Allen site has an eco-classroom which features a fully optional compost toilet and a living stadium roof. Then, the Clissold Park site is located in Clissold Park, Stoke Newington. This site also boasts a polytunnel, and in addition to tomatoes, cucumbers, and beans, also specialises in melon growing. The last plot is Stillman Close near Hackney Downs. Here, graduates from Urban Growing Training Scheme grow salad to sell to our Wiggly Vet Box scheme and other local outlets. This has increased the amount of locally and sustainably grown food in Hackney and helped growers to generate income from food production. 4 small market gardens make up the patchwork farm in Hackney, where we grow salads and train new growers. But after all this, have we done enough? Guess what? We still lack of a more direct way to let people get involved with food growing by themselves. Therefore, we have the idea of making this game, or to say tour, for the organization Capital Growth, to help people really get to know how to plant and how to grow, how to retain their food sovereignty. This is the homepage of the game we designed, with the background of Capital Growth Network. Now let's start with logging in. With these two separate modes, we bring features to those two main parts of urban food growing system: community gardens and private gardens. For the existing capital growth network, we enable users to choose from more than 2,000 sites of capital growth. Simply click on the dots in the map and enter the three-dimensional virtual model. So we randomly pick one from here. Alright, the clicks are park. Now, just drag a vegetable to the site to grow. For the tomatoes, it says, in the greenhouse, sow from late February to mid-March, and outside, sow from late March to early April. These features allow people to see every required detail of all kinds of vegetables we suggest, to know when to sow and when to harvest, how often to water, and what kind of environment they like living. Let's see the results. Although all these features happen in virtual models, in reality, of course, gardens are also being taken care of. Therefore, eventually, with the support of community and people who bring focus to them, the community gardens would make profits from the food they grow, and all the people who helped will gain their feedback. We see these sharing buttons right here. You can share the virtual design you made and post them on social media. Later we can also see the posts you made on this map, letting everybody see your achievements. In the other main part we are suggesting, we focus especially on the private gardens in London. First of all, you can pick up your device and scan every corner of your garden to generate a plain model in the application. Then, after automatically rendering, you will have an empty garden model prepared to go. Within the interface, you can drag whichever you prefer, exactly like a game. But you should also notice the suggestion given below, telling you whether it suits the season or temperature right now and right here. After all has been set up, the tool will generate a PDF file, which provides you a list of vegetables you choose and a map of the farming space.
Let us go through the system of the game. After clicking Start the Game, two options will appear. One is Choose a Garden, and the other is Import a Garden. When you click on Choose a Garden, it means you choose one from more than 2,000 gardens within Capital Growth organization to start growing procedure. And then, in the virtual site, you can sow seeds and take care of your plants, watering or fertilizing. You grow food in the virtual site. In the meantime, the garden of capital growth also being taken care of in reality. Moreover, the food they grow can also be sold to create profits for growers. When you share your achievements on social media, a picture of the garden in the game will form a point on this map. When others clicked on the point you made on the map, they will see your planting achievements. Let us go back to the original option. If you are planning to grow food in your garden, just click in the Import Garden. Then you just need to import photos and videos of your gardens we will scan and analyze to form a three-dimensional model of your garden that has been replaned and reformed. All you need to do is to grow the food you prefer according to your eating habits. Finally, you can choose to download your garden design. In this PDF file, you will get any information you want, such as how to replant your garden, information about food growth, how to compost, how to irrigate, and so on. When you share photos of a garden on social media, they will also become points on the map. We really appreciate you for joining us in the game because only with more people playing it can we form a better urban food network in the future. Thank you so much for watching.